Hello friends at home. In this video, I am going to be doing this positional words page with you. So make sure that you've gone into your white folder and you've taken out this paper. And before we get started on this, I want to talk to you a little bit about what positional words are and what that means. So we've been learning about different parts of speech throughout first grade so far. I know that now all of you are experts on nouns, which are person, place, animal, or thing, verbs, which are our action words, and adjectives, which are those juicy describing words that tell us more about someone or something. Today we're going to talk about prepositions. When I say the word preposition, in that word preposition, I hear the word position. Position means the way that you're standing or sitting or where you are located, your position in the room. So for example, the position of the smartboard in the classroom is at the front of the room. The position of the door of the classroom is at the back of the room. And so prepositions are words that tell us where or when things are happening. Okay, so where you're sitting in the classroom, where the hand sanitizer is located in the cupboard. All of those words are what we call positional words or prepositions. So as a fun little exercise for you today, to practice those positional words, you are going to work through this page. Now, the first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and write down my name. Please make sure that you write your name nice and neat on this paper. You are going to be taking a picture of this when you're finished with it and uploading it to Class Dojo. That way Mrs. Hatkoff or I can take a look at it and see how you did. And so you really want it to be your best work, okay? So now the next thing that you will need is to take your scissors, and you can find them in the supply pouches that we sent home with you. And we're just going to cut off the side here. I always tell you when we're cutting out pieces for a paper, if we go along the outside track first and get rid of all that extra scrap, that way it doesn't become too cumbersome and we can just cut what we need and we don't have to deal with the extra scrap. Now, we don't just drop that extra scrap on the floor. That's not mom or dad's responsibility to pick that up. This can either go in your garbage can, or if you recycle at home, it can go in your recycling bin, okay? All right. So now what we're going to do is read each of the directions on this page, and each of the directions is going to tell us where to put these pictures, okay? So the first one here says, put the sun on top of the cloud. So my preposition in this sentence would be on, because the sun is going on the cloud. So you would take your sunshine, take your glue stick. We put a little glue on the back of our sunshine, and we put the sun on the cloud. Okay? Make sure it gets pressed down there real nice. And then we read the next sentence. Put the bag of leaves beside the leaf pile. So I'm going to take the bag of leaves, and in this sentence, my preposition is beside. So I find the pile of leaves, and I'm going to take my bag of leaves, put some glue on the back, and I will put them beside the pile of leaves. Excellent. I'll do one more with you, and then you'll do the next three on your own, okay? So number 3 says, put the pumpkin between two trees. Okay, so here's the pumpkin. Cut it out. And let's see, between two trees, I think I'll put it between these two trees here, okay? So remember, between is our preposition, and between means in the middle. So I'm going to put our pumpkin between these two trees. It's in the middle. And if you want to cut your pictures out closer, you can. Get rid of some of that white. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can cut them out just as I have. All right, so there are 3 more pictures here. There's a bird, a spider, and a kid. You'll read sentences 4, 5, and 6, and then cut out your pictures. Find the preposition, the word that tells you the position of where those objects should be in the picture. And then when you are finished cutting and gluing all of your pictures, I want you to take either your crayons or your markers or colored pencils or whatever you've got at home, and I'd like you to color this picture, okay? This is a really nice fall picture. So take some time and, color it in your best coloring. We don't want to rush on this because this is a really beautiful picture that when you take your time and color it nicely, it'll look like real quality first grade work. And we talk a lot about how in first grade, when we practice coloring, it's not just busy work. Okay, there are so many muscles in our hands that when we are coloring, we are exercising those muscles. We're working on our fine motor control. We're developing dexterity and flexibility, the ability to sustain and work for longer periods of time. I know that some of you are going to grow up and be heart surgeons and car mechanics, and I know that some of you are going to be doing things with your hands where you really need to have that strength in those muscles. And so in order to do that, to be that engineer, to be that dentist and work on those teeth all day, we really need to have strong muscles in our hands. So when we color, it's not just a waste of our time, it's helping to develop those muscles in our hands so we can be better writers and better workers, okay? So once you are finished coloring this picture and you have all of your pieces glued on, I want you to take a picture of it and then go into your Class Dojo portfolio and upload the picture. Now make sure when you're taking the picture, if you're using your iPad or if you're using mom or dad's phone or if you have a tablet, make sure that you hold it still when you take the picture so that it's not a blurry picture. Because Mrs. Hatkoff and I need to be able to see your work so that we can get you those points in the grade book. Okay, so have fun with this, boys and girls. I look forward to seeing the way that you decide to color the pictures, and I look forward to seeing how you read the sentences and followed the prepositions, those positional words, and I look forward to working with you again soon. Bye, friends at home.